Okay, today we're going to do some stretching. We're going to stretch out our hips, our quads, our basically our legs. So we're going to come down into child pose. So rest your bum on your heels here. You can feel a nice stretch coming through the quads already. We're going to slowly move our hands like this, pushing our back out the way. Get into a nice child pose, stretch out that back. Also keep your bum as far down as you possibly can. And then from here we're going to come up into downward dog. So from there we're going to push our bum up and out, feeling the stretch on our calves. And we're going to gently walk forwards and backwards, moving our heels like so. And then we're going to take one foot, we're going to put it underneath, and we're going to slowly come all the way back onto that hip. It's important to have the back leg, the knee on the floor, as well as the top of the foot on the floor as well. And then from here we're going to slowly raise ourselves up. Feeling that stretch all the way around the quads, the hams, and the groin area. Okay, from here we're going to go back into child pose. So first rest down your bum on the heels, and then again we're going to push our hands out, pushing our back and our bum behind us, stretching out the upper body. And from here come up onto our knees, back onto our toes, back into downward dog. Step on our heels like so, alternate each one, and then use the other foot coming forward, and then all the way down, and then looking up. Okay, from here, I'm going to go back into the kneeling position. But this time, we're going to raise ourselves off of the heels, and we're going to take the alternate hand and we're going to touch the other heel. So this hand, this right hand, goes to the left heel, like so. And as we do this, we look behind us. And then unwind. And now it's going to be the other hand, left hand on right heel. And again, look behind. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is just sit put my bum on the mat. I'm going to put my legs out, just give them a bit of a shake, and then I'm going to rise up my hands. I'm going to come out of my pelvis or come out of my hips, rising up and then going down, and I'm going to touch the toes with my fingertips to see if I can reach around my feet, keeping your feet nice and your legs nice and flat on the mat. Okay, so we're going to rise up and then we're going to rise forward. Grabbing onto our toes if we can. And then with every out breath, we're going to slowly pull ourselves in closer to our knees. And then slowly release, bringing our hands all the way back across the knees and then sat onto the upper legs. Now we're going to move one leg out into this sort of arrow shape. So we have one leg stuck out and then one leg folded in, and we've got the foot really close up to the upper thigh area. And now what we're going to do, very similar to what we did before, we're going to rise up and rise over, trying to grab hold of this singular foot whilst trying to keep this knee as far down as possible. Okay, so we're going to rise up and then we're going to take a deep breath, and then on the exhale we're going to come in, grab hold of that toe, of that foot, and we're going to slowly lower ourselves on each exhale breath, moving our forehead ever closer to our knee. Then we're going to slowly release and bring our hands across our leg again. We're going to put the other leg out this time and fold the other leg in. Okay, so as close to our groin as possible. So try and get our toes below the knee joint here. Okay, keeping that knee as far down as possible. We're going to rise up. And then on the exhale, we're going to bend over and grab onto our foot. So one deep breath. And then on the exhale, there we go. We're going to breathe through this, and every exhale, we're going to slowly go lower if we can. If not, we're just going to hold it in place. And then we're going to slowly release and then put the other foot out nice and straight, give it a shake off, and then we'll turn this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our heels together like so. We're going to clasp onto our toes underneath the feet. Bring our heels in as close to the groin as possible. This is going to put the elbows onto our calf muscles here, or in between our leg crease. And then what we're going to do is push down. And as we push down, we're going to sort of move ever closer our body to the floor. Okay, so there we go. So you should feel that stretch in the groin. And now I'm going to take one hand, just grab hold of the feet, and then with the other leg I'm going to push down as far as I can. Nice and gently at first. And then I'm going to grab the feet with the other hand, and then release the other hand, and then put that down onto the knee and slowly push that down too. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to get ourselves into a 90-90 position. So facing this way in the mat, we're going to have our feet in this 90-90 position. So the feet are at an angle like so. Okay, and then we're going to slowly go forward over this heel, over this knee, like so, and just go as far as you can, and we're going to hold it here. Okay, slowly come back up over this, and then change the feet. So the back foot is now the front foot, back into the 90-90, and this time we're going to go over this foot here, over this knee. So slowly come over. One side might feel more tender than the other side, but we're going to do about a 30-second hold. Okay, let's come back up on here. Let's kneel on the mat. And what I'm going to do now is go into a runner's lunge. So I'm going to bring one foot out in front, like so. We're going to keep this knee on the floor, and we're going to bend forward, or lean forward, I should say. Put your hands either side. If you need to, walk out a little bit further. If you would like a deeper stretch, bring that hand over to the other side of the foot and push in a bit further down. going to change feet. And again, if you want to deepen it, move your hands either side on one side of the leg, keeping your wrists in line with your heel and in line with your knee. Aim to get your knee slightly over the toes, and you'll feel a nice deep stretch. Okay, from here I'm going to turn to face you guys, and we're going to do a frog. So we're going to move our legs out, and we're going to put our hands on them on the ground here, and we're going to just soften our back. If we can, we're going to put our elbows on the ground, widen that stretch if we can, and put our head on the ground. Okay. Coming back up into the middle. What we're now going to do is get ourselves into a split, a side split. Like so. Not a full side split, of course, just a nice gentle split. And we've got our hands at the minute in the middle. If we can, we're going to lower ourselves even further, putting our elbows onto the ground, giving ourselves a deeper stretch. Okay, coming back up onto the arms. Bring one foot in and then the other foot in. There we go. Okay, this time we're going to face the wall here, so mat in a long position. We're going to kneel on one foot and we're going to bring another foot out, like so. We're going to put our toes on the ground, and we're going to lean forward, see if we can get ourselves over the knee. Don't worry too much if the toes come up, like so. If they come up, you can just lean into it a little bit more. Get a nice deep stretch going. Okay. Changing the feet over. So again, this knee is on the ground. Either have your toes up or toes down, doesn't matter. Palms on the ground. We're going to give ourselves a nice deep stretch. Okay, from here we're going to sit on the mat. We're going to bring both feet out to the side. We're going to grab hold of the feet like so. And we're going to try and push ourselves as close as we can our nose as close as we can to the mat. Okay, we're going to finish off by kneeling down on the mat in this position here, and then what we're going to do, so we're in a kneeling position, we're going to lay on the mat like so. We're going to bring our feet up, and then with our hands we're going to grab hold of the ankles. Imagine we were skydiving, and we're going to pull on the ankles, lifting the legs up, lifting the chest up. We're going to hold there we go. Lower that down. Sink into the mat. Come back up. And hopefully your legs will be nice and stretched out. If you want to, hold those positions for a little bit longer. I like to hold some of those for about 2 minutes, and they're really useful, especially when you're downstairs watching TV and you can hold those positions for a good few minutes and just watch TV. Sometimes when I do the butterfly, which is this position here, I like to have weights on my knees, and I can do that for a good few minutes. But again, it's another thing where you can just sit and watch the telly or read a book in this position. So I hope you enjoyed that. Do follow for more stretching and for some more fitness advice, especially if you're a bloke over 40 and you're looking to get back into your fitness. But thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next class. Cheers.